Hey everybody, it's Julie. Thanks for coming and joining me for a Bible journaling process video. Today I'm journaling Proverbs 16:24, and I'm here in my Interleave Bible, and I'm using the August Faith Art Box from Creative Retreat Kits. So I'm going to dive right in and get started. I'm using some Distress Oxide inks because I want to use the water activation process. I want to be able to blend and bleed these colors to give the impression of how honey drips. I'm going to make a very colorful honeycomb. So I'm taking one of the stamps, one of the hexy honeycomb type stamps from the stamp set, and I'm actually placing it on my acrylic block backwards. I'm using the flip side of it. Now you don't get a very good impression because it's not meant to be stamped like that, because it doesn't stick on the block very well, because it's holding on just from the outline. But that's the look I want. I want it to be kind of spotty and splotchy, and I'm using these 5 different colors, and you saw me kind of lay them out. I wanted to put them around the edge of my Bible in the color order that I'm doing them in. Just then you saw me change the stamp into the corner of my acrylic block. That allows me to get into those far-reaching places, like in the edge of my Bible, closer there into the binding, and I end up just keeping it there. So I'm switching between these colors, and I'm keeping it around the edge of the page. I'm going to leave some of the page blank. An Interleave Bible is, that means that every other page is just a blank page, front and back, and then the opposite page is text, front and back. So I have a big space here to work with, to create on. Now, I also created a similar page in my standard 2-inch single column Bible, and it worked fine. I just made it smaller scale, so I will include a picture of that at the end in my still shots. Okay, so I've done all my hexes, and then I'm coming in with the water process. Here I'm just pulling out all of my stops, all of my tricks to get these colors to blend and bleed and drip. So I sprayed it. Now I'm coming in and I'm squirting it, I'm spritzing it, I'm smushing it with water. Now I'm picking up, I'm using just a wet paintbrush. Again, I'm just smushing it with water and some clear packaging. And I'm going to come in now with the best method, which is to put some of the ink, to apply the ink directly onto some packaging, wet that, and then smush it. You see what I'm doing? So I take the ink, apply it onto the packaging, wet it, and now I come in and smush it. Now I'm going to do some variations. I do kind of dry it in between. I splatter. I want the impression that this color is running. It's kind of like dripping and oozing. Kind of like in the devotional where I talked about my 2 ants, because I wrote the devotional where I talked about my 2 ants, that their speech, their talk, just always oozed and dripped with sweetness, and it was genuine. It truly was genuine. And what I'm talking about here is how kind and pleasant and gracious words are so powerful. And the verse says, they are sweet to our soul and healing to our bones, to our body, health to our body. This version, ESV, says. Okay, so I've dried. I'll come back to the verse. So I've done all of my color running, and now I'm placing my words where I want them to go. So what it's going to say is, sweet words are like honey, healing to my soul and my body. So I'm just going to stamp all of my words and get them placed. And I'm going to use some of the hexy stickers, the honeycomb stickers there too. So I'm just going to play with that a little bit here. Now, what I found in the course of my lifetime is that when I am more positive and when I'm focusing more on God's Word and on God and His Spirit, and rather than on the things that are going on around me, the negative things, the negativity. So when I'm focusing on positivity, whether that means the things that I'm listening to, the things that I'm saying, the people that I'm listening to, the things that I'm watching and reading, the music that I'm listening to, the more positive it is, the more positive I become. It's like that age-old input-output. The more positive that goes in, the more positive that goes out. So my emotional, my spiritual well-being is affected by what I listen to, what I hear, the positive things that I hear, the sweet, gracious words, the things that I hear and read. And that also has a huge impact on my health. I've struggled throughout my life with fibromyalgia, which is an autoimmune type disease, and also with depression at times. And then over the past year and a half, recovering from a car accident, positivity and the positive words from my therapists have been so helpful. And then with me having a positive attitude, it's been so important. And studies have shown, my son is studying health sciences, and he had to do a research paper on this very thing, that people who are more positive heal better, even from things like cancer. They heal better, and I've seen it in some dear friends. I've seen it in friends and family, that those who remain positive, sweet, gracious words, heal better. Sweet words bring healing to the soul and to the body. So I'm just kind of rambling here, but it's so powerful. So it's true to ourselves, and it's true to the words that we share with others. That's the kind of blessing that I want to be to other people. I want to be healing and encouraging and uplifting and a blessing to other people, both to their emotional well-being and their spiritual and their physical well-being. I'm a teacher, I'm a mom, I'm a wife. I want to, all those that I'm in contact with, that's how I want to be. Encouraging, uplifting, and a blessing to them. So that's my prayer. That's my prayer for this page, with this page, and that's my prayer for you. Okay, back on screen here. I've been talking a lot. Back on screen here. Now I'm coming in with the stamp the way it is meant to be, with the outline. And now I'm just coming in and stamping all those same colors in the outline where it's supposed to be. Now I'm masking it off somewhere I need to, where some of the words are. You can see right here where I'm doing that. Some of the stickers are. And I think that really just defines that color. Before it was just kind of a splotch, a blob. Now when you bring that outline in, it makes it much more defined. So this is what two-step stamping is. We did, the first step was just the color of the honeycomb, and now we come in with the outline of it. And here you can see me masking it. I'm doing some first generation stamping and some second. You can see I don't ink up my stamp every single time. Changing to all the different colors. These colors were Wild Honey, Faded Jeans, Dusty Concord, Salty Ocean, and Peacock Feathers. I will have all my products linked in the description box. so you can see what they are, and if you're interested in them. They are, most of them, affiliate links. So that means that I do get a small commission if you purchase them, but it's the same price for you. So thank you for that. I'm going to add in some of the stickers and outline them. So I wanted to mention here the Hexi Alpha stickers. I alternate them. I make them a little bit wonky going up and down, but I don't make them so wonky as if they should be with a regular hexagon pattern, because I find it hard to read that way. So I just shift them up and down just slightly, and that still gives the impression of the hexagon, the pattern fitting up and down, but it's not quite so hard to read. So I'm doing my journaling here, and I say, positive, kind, gracious words coming in and going out are so powerful. The attitude can be what determines emotional and physical health. And there's so much more to say, but I've already said it. So I'm adding just a few other details. I do come in, after I've finished the video, I do come in and add a little bit of black splatter paint just to finish it off. I add my date stamp here with my Mega Date Stamper from Studio Calico. And I'm going to finish it off with a few little of the wonky hearts, which are signature to Creative Retreat kits. Just trying to get my placement right. So that's going to about do it for my page. If you have any questions or comments, leave them in the comments section and I'll be sure to check those. This kit is just precious, so make sure to get yours if you haven't. I do have it linked also. Here is the page I did in my regular size Bible with just the 2-inch margin, and you can see that I use just the pigment inks instead of the Distress Oxides. And then here are the still shots from this page that I did in the video. So give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, if it inspired you to do some new and creative things, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Thanks so much for joining me today, and come back again. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.